Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Dancing Oracle with Najia. I'm going to be talking about a rare planetary alignment that I think is connected to a channeled message I received about 3 years ago about some of the devastation that will be coming to Earth before things get better. All right. So, in February of 2026, there is an extremely rare planetary alignment. There is a Saturn Neptune conjunction. It will be at 0 degrees. And nobody in modern human history has ever experienced what humanity is going through right now. And the fact that these are conjuncting at 0 degrees, this is so, so unusual. This is not just human history. This goes way back. So it's a real great awakening. So a while back, I received a message from Spirit about devastation coming again. And not to get too comfortable, I was told a couple months before the pandemic that devastation was coming. I was sent 8K and 99 masks mysteriously in the mail. I didn't order them. I didn't pay for them. They just showed up at my door. And I was about to donate the masks, and I heard a voice that said, um, these masks are meant for you. Don't give them away. Devastation is coming. Put them somewhere where you won't forget where they are. All right. And then 2.5 years later, approximately, I'm just starting to get comfortable. Like, I can navigate these changes in life. It's been really hard. It's been really, really difficult, this pandemic and uprooting my life and not having my dance studios and not having my former employment and having to rebuild from scratch and get out of debt, all of that. So, but I was getting a handle on it and I was feeling very grateful. And I was feeling like, yeah, these changes are good. These changes are good. It's okay. I can handle it and I'm very grateful. And I was thinking like life would get back to normal. And the voice comes in. The voice says, no, this was just basically a way. It's not the only purpose of the 2020. It wasn't the only purpose, you know, this COVID period to prepare us for a bigger time. But part of this shutting everything down, letting the planet heal, letting ourselves get in touch with spirit, and restructure our lives, get used to preparing for the future, things like that. Um, Working with our mental reserves, emotional reserves, and spirit. All of this was really important to address and to just kind of get out of ordinary life. But there's a bigger one coming, a bigger reset. And it's going to be hard at first. Everything's going to shut down. I don't know what the reset is. I kind of got that it might involve another virus, but Earth changes too. And I did not get a date, but I did get definitely within a few years from when the voice came in clairaudiently and came in through visions and sensing. So I was a little bombarded. At the time, it wasn't just a clairaudience like I received with in 2020, in 2019, by the way, November 2019 is when I had the first clairaudience about the pandemic, okay, about devastation coming. So it was 2 months warning, and it gave me supplies to navigate. So, and many other I had lots of premonitions of what to stock up on. I had no clue why I was buying 50 additional rolls of toilet paper a week before the pandemic lockdown. when toilet paper would no longer be available. I already had 20 rolls for my Airbnb. I didn't need more. But when the voice tells you to do something, you do it, right? So anyway, the voice comes in and tells me this a couple years ago that something bigger is coming. And I want to help everyone prepare. It hasn't given me February of 2026, but I suspect it's February 2026 because this Neptune, Saturn, this Saturn is a restructuring, and it's a harsh karmic planet, but it also puts things where they should be to rebuild upon. Neptune is like all about illusion. So, oh, and it's a higher level, you know, of Venus. So I think when people talk about a timeline shift, like or 3D to 5D, that could be part of this, that we may open up our senses more as well. So, I have a lot of visions of the future. It's hard to say, are they all happening at once? So I'm going to do something I rely on for more clarification. I'm going to do a tarot reading on this, okay? So hopefully my lights won't fall. They're starting to fall. Oh, Lordy. I'm going out hiking later. I need to restore. I need to restore myself in nature. I hope you're getting out in nature, because right now we've got spring and fall throughout the planet. Not too many people are experiencing winter or summer. It depends where you live. Some of you experience eternal summer and some of you experience eternal winter. But most of the planet is having beautiful weather right now with here we have spring in Philadelphia and my dear friends in Australia and New Zealand. You're all having a gorgeous fall, I hope. Yeah, I did a short read. I did a short reading, like a few cards reading last night. I wanted to see, like, I only had a little bit of time, and I said, God, this is bugging me. Is it going to be February? Yeah. So we're going to have to let go of some things financially and home. I mean, health might be affected with the Four of Pentacles in reverse. We're wanting to hold on tight, so tight that it's hard to open up to the new. Okay. And let's see what else I get. Ah, the High Priestess in reverse. We want the High Priestess upright. Yeah, so the secrets. So what is like disrupting our stability? Because fours are stability and it's in reverse. And this is earthly stability and health as well. So anything earthly like home, finances, your physical, mental well-being, but mostly physical, will be affected at this moment. And what is blocking you, like what is blocking all this ability to let go and open up to the next step, is the High Priestess in reverse, or it's an obstacle. So there's an issue with people not listening to their intuition. And this is also a time like secrets want to be revealed and come up, and people don't want to see it. They don't want to see behind the screen. They don't want to see there and listen to their wisdom. All right. Yeah. So conscious thoughts is all about the earth and its bounty. and feeling independent, feeling like you can handle things. So you're thinking about your environment, your your own environment, and your own ability to feel like you can handle finances and home. But then, oh my God, in the subconscious, we've got this, woo, baby, toxic energy, seductive energy, the devil. Look, I would be tempted if I was a young woman, even though I know he's no good for me, I would be tempted. Look at that. Look at that dude. Yeah, he got you on a string. So there's something in the environment keeping people from seeing the truth behind the veil. You know, remember the Wizard of Oz? Dorothy had to go on that big journey to realize she's the one that had the power, and the wizard was a con man. He was playing the role of the con man. He was like an an amicable con man, but he was a con man, right? And she could have gotten home the whole time, right? So there's this devil energy in the subconscious, lingering, seducing people, gaslighting them. It's interesting. So I'm getting that so far. I'm not, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see what else the cards say here. All right. We'll see. Let's see what else we have. Oh, I was expecting to see this card. The Tower in reverse, avoiding the inevitable destruction. So this is in the recent past or a key issue. So before February, there might be a lot of earth activity. See, you see the lightning striking the earth and disrupting the transformation, the butterflies and the animals. So everything is uprooted. So there might be before then a lot of storms. I do see a lot of floods in my vision. I see earth changes, pole shift, all this stuff has happened in my visions and dreams, and guides telling me in my visions. But, oh, in a pivotal moment after this happens, inspiration, inspirational messages that give you power to create and vitality. It's a pages are messengers. So even though we have all this bad stuff happening, we have the light, the vortex of light coming in, and just that abandon. Like it's a, the cards are falling. Hold on. It's okay. All right. Let's see what else we have here. Ah, the King of Swords. So we're going to find out some truth. We're going to find out some truth. So what's happening? This type of energy that's puppeting us and seducing us and telling us toxic misinformation, there will be a, there will be a lot of people embracing this type of energy of using their minds, their intellect, and discernment during this time. Wow. The environment is the moon in reverse. There's a lot of anxiety in the environment. Everything's overturned, right? You see the sea, the waves over the land, turned upside down, right? I do see that. I do see the water sloshing. I do see the sea level rise. I I see the beach close to where I live instead of 100 miles away. I worry if my house will be here. But I think my house will just be okay. We'll see. And I don't know when. There's a lot of fear. There's a lot of like inability in the environment to overcome this fear and to tune in and to listen. We have both these cards with people not being able to listen, right? Because they're in this position. We want these major arcana symbolic moments to give us guidance, because spirit's there to give us guidance and to allay our fears, to help us calm the fears. But most people in the environment is going to be so fearful and overturned that people are so shocked that they can't tune in, you know? So we really have to start tuning in now before the shock hits us. And that is the main purpose of my channel, because people are going to be really left out in the cold. Some people will be homeless. They will have to seek help. This is the hopes and fears, the Five of Pentacles in reverse. It's very, very difficult change time, a lot of crisis. So the final outcome, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. This is like a major moment for the planet, like a karmic moment, like spin the wheel. And when it's in reverse, it's most likely feeling chaotic and negative. It's like you haven't won, you lost. Whereas if the wheel were upright in the long-term future, so this may take a little longer to get the results we want of the Aquarian age and people coming together. But listen, this is not fated for you strictly, because your energy can affect what surrounds you. All right? Your energy affects what magnetizes and draws to you. Also, your energy combined with everybody else's energy, it forms the collective energy, which can also change those long and short-term outcomes if everyone comes together. So right now we have to start preparing for a beautiful future further out. The World card, full of rainbows and balanced chakras. This beautiful universal connection. So we're going to be connected further out to something greater, more spiritual. We'll have completed our life journey, and we can now embrace our more spiritual nature in relation to the universe. So it's very good later on, okay? But yeah, there'll still be a lot of people trying to climb all over each other and compete. So it's still that. And we really want to we really, really want to, this is like the energy at the bottom of the deck. Wow, I'll show you, right? Talk about this, right? So this would be happening at the time of the chaos. So people will be thinking, having to use patience about rebuilding and maintaining security. There's going to be a lot of heartbreak with the Three of Swords. Like, that's so heartbreaking, right? We may lose people we love. but we know that they will be taken care of because we are primarily spiritual beings in a human experience. Many people will have to maintain their energetic boundaries by rising above it all, creating a bubble of protection around their auras as a way to navigate and stay above it, right? We have some people have to walk away from situations that no longer serve them emotionally, maybe even people, because there'll be there'll be a lot of people trapped in the mental prison. They can't get out. They remember they were seduced. They're seduced by this, right? And they're not willing to see. They're not willing to see, all right? They're not willing to see the truth, which is the main thing. So they're trapped by their own making, a tangled mind, and listening to so many things that aren't truth, right? And they've made themselves victims when they're so beautiful and powerful with the number eight. They don't see it. They rely on something else to tell them something, and it creates a prison of the mind. And there's a lot of people going back to the good old days. They're thinking about their childhood and their family and reminiscing. And they're really under illusion. So many, so many clouded choices, and they're not seeing things clearly, you know? There's snakes and dragons under here, right? And in the reverse, some people, so this is going to be happening at that moment. So people will be torn and polarized, which has been happening, the polarization of the mind being torn one way and that way and manipulated. But in the reverse position, it's good. They're going to let go. They're going to let the blinders off, right? So there'll be a big change. I kind of get the impression it's February and there'll be a new start with the truth, connecting to deep within the mind. So this isn't just like listening on the outer what someone says. You will access the truth from within. I think the reset, I think the reset is a divine union as part of it, and that we can go within more. Yeah, I do see something. It seems like with this being in the recent past position, coming before February, that there will be planetary disruption before. And I get the feeling that this reset has a lot to do with something that silences us, another type of lockdown where we have to go within ourselves in a bigger way. So you want to start preparing now. You don't want to be in a panic mode, sorry, I'm all itchy. It's allergy season. So you don't want to be in a panic mode and shocked. You want to start preparing now. Anything you need. Just be smart. Don't go crazy. Just get some extra of everything because you may not even have water, You may not have water to bathe. You might want to get some dry shampoo or get other things, wipies or whatever, a little wipies if you can't bathe, things like that ready, as well as, long-term food shelf items that will give you some comfort. Um, you may not have the communication, and people may pass. So you want to mend fences now with people. This is a time to be forgiving now. Why do we're all one. We're not meant to fight with each other. Wherever you can find common ground now. Start working with your community now. Start growing vegetables indoors and out. I have a beautiful indoor garden with grow lights and hydroponics. And I love it. I love it. I love it. And it just makes me so happy. It fills my spirit. It's not just like I'm growing things, it changes my whole being. It's just incredible. So I get so happy when I pick from my garden, right? It's that life force energy coming right through the dirt. You can feel creation, and I don't know, it just affects you. I wish they would teach gardening, indoor and outdoor gardening in all the schools. If I was like a multi-something mega rich person, I would create a program to teach children how to garden, urban gardens, remote gardens, everything. I would just teach every which way to garden and understand how to soil test, understand the different types of plants and when to plant seeds according to the moon, because different seeds and plants require different time to plant. Yeah. So bring us back to some of the old ways that are sustainable, but they're also enriching. So anybody who has money, see if you can put something into that and start a program because it's really important. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. Don't worry, just get connected to spirit. I'm doing a lot of videos now, how to connect to spirit. Clairaudient, I did a bunch of videos on that. I'll do some clairvoyant and clairsentient videos as well. I'll do some videos of how to speak to the loved ones who've passed on the other side. All kinds of videos to enrich your life and help you feel. I know this is all woo-woo stuff, but it will actually help you feel grounded because you will have that divine element in your life that completes you and gives you something you can really rely on. Because when spirit comes through, like when spirit comes through your gut, it never lies. It always tells you the truth. It's always there for you. So thank you for listening to me and hope to see you on my channel again. And if you want to book a reading, I have a new easy booking site. You can instantly book whatever day and time you want. All right, take care. Bye.